What's good? What's good? We are back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and more. This is episode 154. Before we get started, don't forget the video version of my podcast goes to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, and we'll stream it live on 3 of the Twitter accounts: Twitter at Paul P Podcast, Twitter at Paul W Pickett, and we alternate from Twitter at Promo Palace LLC, Twitter at Indie Castle, and Twitter at Urban Obsessions. That's ERBINUBSESSIONS, Urban Obsessions. Also, don't forget the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much, much more. Before we get started and pull up last night's NBA scores, let's give you a word from one of our sponsors.
Joke got me addicted, ain't no coke. Let's just have a toast. Anybody want some smoke? Cause it's up, I be dizzled up. Catch me sipping with my double cup. Can't just have one, you gotta double up. You pour it, gotta watch it bubble up. I ain't gon' lie, I cannot get enough. When Callie said I need another one, gon' have you coming back for more. But go get it while it's hot, before it be sold out in your stores. That dizzle.
That Dizzle, that's right. Check them out. DizzleBrand.com. Do you dizzle? Yes, I dizzle. Dizzle, a mixture of agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Dizzle premium brand luxury liqueur. You want to get your very own bottle or bottles because Dizzle's not in your state yet? Go to DizzleBrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 links, and order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle brand premium luxury liqueur. Also, don't forget, must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. And you can also get the merch there as well. Excuse me. Dizzle, click on DizzleBrand.com. DizzleBrand.com. And click on the Dizzle Brand store. They got the hats. They got the T-shirts. I got the T-shirt on right now as we speak. And they got the snapbacks as well and hoodies if you're in the cold weather. Last night, Golden State spanked Boston. I know I picked I got Celtics at 6. And I'm still not worried. He had 28 points, but he was negative 36. He had another bad game. Al Horford didn't have but 2 points. Robert Williams, 2 points. Jaylen Brown, 17. Marcus Smart, 2. They were all negatives. Derek White, 12 on the bench. Grant Williams, 6. And Golden State does what Golden State does to win games. They were more well balanced. 11 points from Wiggins, 9 from Draymond, along with 7 assists and 5 rebounds, a block, a steal. 12 from Looney, along with 7 rebounds. 11 from Clay, who still hasn't shown up. 29 from Curry, who's definitely right now the front runner for Finals MVP if Golden State wins. And Jordan Poole gave you 17 off the bench. Golden State didn't really have a tremendous game. Now they got to go back to Boston. Jason Tatum still really hasn't had a great dominant game yet. I don't expect Jaylen Brown to have 2 back-to-back bad games. Grant Williams is due for a big game. Robert Williams is probably due for a big game. Derek White had one, but Marcus Smart is going to be due for a big game probably. I like the Celtics' chances, man. Klay Thompson ain't showed up. Jordan Poole ain't done much. I don't think that Curry could just do it all himself, man. I don't know that he could do it all himself. I mean, we got Tatum, Horford, Robert Williams, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Grant Williams, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Daniel Dice. That's a nice little squad, man. So I still got Celtics in 6. All right, let me get into the NBA wearing the shirts that say "in gun violence." NBA ratings are down. Somebody on Facebook was trying to blame it on the talent. Well, I don't agree with that because the team with the highest rating in the playoffs this year on the Western side was the Golden State Warriors. The team with the highest playoff rating, and this is go based off TV ratings, the highest playoff ratings for the East was the Celtics. So the two teams on each side that had the highest TV ratings for the playoffs are in the finals. Well, I blame it on the stance. When I see people wear shirts like "in gun violence," it just goes to show you how moronic they are. They don't have no common sense. They live in a fantasy world. Are they watching the news right now? Ukraine and Russia at war right now. And depending on how long that war goes, depends on if we're going to physically get into the war. We already send money to Ukraine and weapons, so we're already in the war. We're already at fault, at blame for helping Ukraine as far as Russia goes. And Russia's using that as propaganda. The more money we send Ukraine, the more propaganda they use because it looks like everybody's against Russia, which they are, except China and their allies. But this idea, end gun violence implies that you can end all violence. That's fantasy land. That's fairy tale land, And once again, businesses like the NBA businesses period should float in the middle ground. Once you take a political stance, that's it. You've alienated customer base. Any way you look at it, you've alienated customer base. And you can sit there and they're only this is the thing though, when they're wearing this shirt, they're only pointing to one gun violence. They're only pointing to the school shootings. Well, what about drive-by gang shootings? What about those? How are you going to end those? Because I just saw a reaction on the Black Conservative Perspective where he was reacting to a video where these 4 teens try to rob a guy at the gas station for his car, and the guy shot the teenager because he had a gun too. The teenager had a gun, pointed a gun out, and told him to get out of the car, and the guy pulled his gun and shot the teenager through the window, killed him point blank. And okay, so is Steve Kerr gonna preach that? Is he gonna preach that kids stop robbing people at gunpoint and stop jacking people for cars? I mean, because what he's doing is implying that he can end all violence. We're gonna stop serial killers from being serial killers. I mean, this is some fantasy land fairy tale stuff right here. You can't end it, man. You can't end gun violence. You can't give me a proper solution. Steve Kerr is a hypocrite anyways, because he's the same person who was saying cops don't need to be at schools. But now he wants to flip out over this last school shooting, and be the hypocrite he is, and doesn't have a single solution. Because I guarantee his solution would be to just take away legal guns so the criminals could rob, steal, and kill. There's that, There's that. Because they act like all these shootings are always done with legal guns. Well, drive-by shootings and gangbang shootings aren't done with legal guns, and that's part of gun violence. We can't. I know they want to sit there and try to pick and choose, what gun violence is more important than the other gun violence. Well, that's bogus. Because Chicago drive-by shootings, innocent bystanders get killed every single time. LA drive-by shootings, innocent bystanders get killed every time. Anywhere there's a drive-by shooting, innocent bystanders normally get killed every single time. Because they're doing a drive-by shooting trying to kill one person. That's the thing. Like, okay, you got the main three ones that happened lately was the Buffalo shooting, which was a racist white guy, nutcase. Then there was the hospital shooting, which was a black guy that was trying to kill one doctor because he blames the doctor for pain he had after surgery. Nutcase. Then there was a Hispanic kid that kills his grandmother, which we still keep overlooking the fact that he kills his grandmother. And then he kills some kids. Nutcase. What they all have in common is they're nutcases. They're not just regular old Joes just going to work every day and just living a normal life. They're nutcases. They're nuts. They're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So unless you're just gonna eliminate and just execute all nutcases on Earth, how are you gonna end gun violence? And even that's not gonna end gun violence. You're still gonna have domestic gun violence. You still gonna have accidental gun violence where kids are just playing with guns and it goes off and yes, it's tragic. It's fucked up, man. But we got to be realistic about these things. Y'all's idea of a solution is everybody becoming victims of gun violence and criminals. Because y'all's solution, it doesn't add up. Deshaun Watson, lawyer, says getting a happy ending for a massage is not illegal. Whew. Well, all right, let me touch this one. Getting a happy end. Okay, now he did say, this is how he did kind of say, if you pay for it, they explain, if you pay for a massage, if I go to a massage parlor and I just pay for a massage, then the massage chick gives me a happy ending. If I didn't pay her extra on top of what I paid for the massage, then it's not illegal. That's a slippery slope right there, lawyer. I think your lawyer just fucked up, Judge Sean Watson. I think your lawyer just fucked up. And I knew this guy was getting a little too boisterous, man. Because the lawyer said, he also said, if you think that tons of men, it's not common for men to get happy endings at massages. Okay, he's not wrong about that. He's not wrong about that, but typically I knew I was getting a happy ending before the massage was over. So might make it illegal? I don't know. Yeah, this is a crazy one to me. I think the lawyer really fucked up on this one. I think Deshaun Watson assumed he should be getting a happy ending at all his massages. Deshaun, I hate to tell you, but you're supposed to know that beforehand going in. You're supposed to know beforehand going in if you're going to get a happy ending. Because if you just assume you're going to get a happy ending and you just pull it out to get a happy ending, well, you're at fault. You're at fault, man. This ain't the Genghis Khan days where you could just, take it. We're way past those days. Yeah, Deshaun, I think he fucked up here. I think this gave the NFL ammunition for suspension. I gave this definitely probably gave ammunition for some of those lawsuits to be lost. And I don't know if it made any ammunition for it to be any of these to be criminal now. I mean, that's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. I would say if you got a free massage, that might work. If you got a free massage, you didn't pay for a massage and you got a happy ending, hey, that might work. But when you pay for a massage and you get a happy ending, how do we know they didn't include it into the massage, lawyer? How do we know that, lawyer? See, that's the thing. Even lawyers are not the brightest people in the world. I don't got no Harvard degree, no Yale degree. I didn't even graduate high school. But I got enough common sense to know, how do we know they didn't include that into the massage? But yeah, I think the lawyer messed up on that one, man. I think he totally messed up on that one. Before I get into these last two topics, let's get into a word from one of our sponsors.
Are you a musician looking for music marketing and promotion? Then look no further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
I always enjoy looking at her, my beautiful spokesperson for Promo Palace LLC. That's right. You need marketing promotions, go to promopalace.biz. We do press releases, SEO, pretty much everything. One-stop shop, the octopus of promotion. Got my hands in every kind of platform, every kind of form of promotion you could think of, because, you know, unless you're putting all your eggs in one basket in the YouTube, you had to promote across the board. So check us out, promopalace.biz. Last two topics. Amber Heard's lawyer. She's going on all these shows and she's blaming everybody but herself. I mean, the first thing I said was she was a terrible lawyer. She's an awful lawyer. She did a terrible job. I mean, she got called out on a show on like CBS, I think, or NBC by ex-NFL player. Hold up. Good morning, football. What's his name? Good morning, football. Morning, football cast. What's my man's name? Nate Burleson called Amber Heard's lawyer out, basically saying, is any of this on you? Could you have done anything better? And then she literally goes in and blames Amber Heard. Like, Amber's not perfect. Amber did this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, man. Amber Heard apparently couldn't afford a good lawyer like Johnny's, and you get what you pay for, man. Like, her lawyer's out of touch, out of date. I don't know what going on these talk shows. I guess she thinks she's gonna get boost her name up and get somebody to spend money on her. But like, why would anybody want to spend money on Amber Heard's lawyer? Let me pull up her name too, so we know it. She's blaming everybody but herself. She blames social media. What's Amber Heard's lawyer's name? Elaine Bredenholt. I mean, come on, man. Elaine, stop it, man. You did a shitty ass job. You're a terrible lawyer compared to Johnny's lawyer. You did a terrible job. Stop it with this horseshit act. Everybody, the reason why Amber clearly lost is because she got caught in her lies. And if you were a good enough lawyer, you would have caught the lies before she put them out there. You wouldn't even let her get on the stand and put those lies out there if you were that good of a lawyer. If you're that good a lawyer, you would have known that makeup wasn't out already. It wasn't produced the year she said it was. You would have known all these lies and were false. That's what happened. Clearly, once we catch you in one lie on the stand, you're pretty much toast. And then 2, 3 lies, oh, you're cooked. You're cooked. I mean, that's what happened. She got caught in a lie on the stand. They got caught with another one. How many lies are you supposed to get on the stand? That's it. You don't get 3. Ain't no 3 strikes and you're out on the stand. 2 lies is one too many. I can't recall one lie that Johnny Depp got caught out on. I can't recall one lie in the courtroom that Johnny Depp got caught out on. He basically told the truth. She basically exaggerated and told lies. And you lie in court, that's perjury. What? Nothing more to talk about. There's nothing more to discuss. You lie in court, you got caught lying in court, that's perjury. Busted. Plain and simple. But Amber Heard's lawyer, you're pathetic. Yeah, nobody should hire you. I mean, you're a terrible lawyer. You did a terrible job. Why were you even clapping? You were clapping at the end of the case. Everybody in it was clapping about when the judge said, and thank you to everybody treating my staff with respect. And, Amber Heard was the only one not clapping. If I would have been Amber Heard's lawyer, I would have been clapping. Especially, why am I clapping and celebrating a loss? What the hell are you clapping for? All right, last topic of the day. Star Wars is in they're the shitstorm. Because, Star Wars has the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show. And I've watched the first 3 episodes. It's not that good. And to be honest with you, the newest episode, the 3rd one, is... I agree with the criticisms of it. They made Obi-Wan Kenobi look like a bitch. Obi-Wan Kenobi looked like a bitch running from Darth Vader. I mean, you do recall you beat this guy before, right? And you're the reason he's got to wear this breathing mask and all this shit. You running from like a little bitch. Definitely Star Wars is trying to use this as a show to prop up other characters and not really a show about Obi-Wan Kenobi, because you made him look like a bitch now, and then you got let me get her name right. One second here. Okay, so you got Moses Ingram, who's on there. She plays Reva, the 3rd sister of the Inquisitors. And apparently she got some direct messages that were like racist or whatnot. And I guess they say they were Star Wars fans, or who knows. The thing is Star Wars has literally accused all the fans of being racist now. Because, you don't punish the many for the actions of the few. That's what's going on here. You're punishing all your Star Wars fans because these people who I would argue that they might not even be fans. They might just be internet trolls. We don't know that they're really even, they might be Star Trek fans. They could be Star Trek fans for all you know. They might not. That's the thing. Nobody even thinks about this shit. They just assume. They could literally be Star Trek fans, being racist Star Trek fans, showing hate and racism towards her. but you automatically accusing all your fans of being racist. They take this, I mean, just the way they took a stance, it's like, come on, fans, let's not be racist. Well, hold up. Wait, so now you're calling your fans racist. I would argue that if fanatics are going to be fanatics, and I don't know, man, they're in a shitstorm, man. Like this, it's like if on Promo Palace, I got a customer, last week, and he orders, and on my website, there's the order notes section. That's where you add links and stuff. And so he orders, and he doesn't add no links to the order notes section. And there's no spot that says, please add music links here. So he sends the email like, yo, it didn't ask for my artist name and my link. Here's my fucking link. Here's your fucking link. Well, my reply is like, well, here's your refund. And he gets in a hissy fit about that. So if I was to sit there and say, sit out an email and be like, yeah, this customer basically told me, place the order, and just sends the email and says, here's your fucking link. Well, and I just send out an email and say, okay, to all my customers, don't be jerks, don't be assholes, don't be pricks. Well, I would literally just be calling all my customers jerks, assholes, and pricks, because I'm basically accusing everybody, for the actions of one. It's like when Democrats say all white people are racist, or critical race theory saying all white people are oppressors and that they're all born with privilege because of their skin color. So somebody's born dirt ass poor, white people born dirt ass poor with nothing, fucking no inheritance to their names, nothing, are privileged. Okay, yeah, sure. But yeah, and they said they what's crazy about it is they try to warn her and say that she was going to get racist remarks and this, that, and the third. I believe that's horseshit. I mean, like, there's been no proof of none of these actors of color in Star Wars getting any kind of racist DMs and stuff like that. None of them will come out and said, yo, I got race, these fans were racist towards me because I was in Star Wars, and another thing is they're sitting there acting like if anybody criticizes Star Wars, you must be racist, or you must be a feminist, or you must be against the feminist movement, or you must be masculine, toxicity. It's all horseshit, man. Yes, there's racist people. But just because of a few racist people are racist to you, you don't accuse all your fans of being racist. I can literally tell you, I canceled my Disney Plus because of this. I canceled it because of it, because you basically called me a racist. You basically called me a racist while I was supporting your show, which was not that good at all. It's definitely not as good as The Mandalorian. Definitely not as good as The Mandalorian at all. So it's definitely not as good as Boba Fett, So if I compared it to those two, it's the worst of the three. It's the worst of the three. So, I just think y'all try to play the race card, pull the race card, because it's not that good of a series. You made Obi-Wan Kenobi out to be a bitch. Yes, it's fucked up if anybody's deeming her any racist remarks, but that doesn't necessarily mean it reflects on your fan base. Like, y'all keep forget what fanatics are, man. Y'all keep using the short-term fan base. It's fanatics. And how do we know they were Star Wars fans? Like I said, they could have been Star Trek fans being racist towards her, and now you're accusing Star Wars fans of being racist. You see how fucked up that is? when you just assume, we don't know that these people are even Star Wars fans, really. We don't know that they're just not racist trolls on the internet. How do you don't know that? We don't know that. We can't just assume, but you want to assume all your Star Wars fans are racist? Hey, fine by me. You won't get my Disney dollars, I'll tell you that much. I'll keep Hulu. I already canceled Netflix because of the Colin Kaepernick comparing the NFL to slavery, but what a hypocrite, because he's sure trying out for slavery right now. He sure tried out for the Raiders to try to beg it to go back to slavery, apparently. And if slavery is making $35 million a year, then sign me up. Sign me up to be a slave if that's what being a slave is, making $20 million a year, $35 million a year. Because you got NFL players making even more than that. You got NFL players making $40 million a year. If that's slavery, sign me up. Yeah, I just don't know what to say about this Star Wars thing. It's just like these businesses are just going so woke. They're gonna go broke. I would never sit out and email Promo Palace LLC taking any political stance, even if people want to say, well, you got conservative views or you're a Republican. I've never voted Republican in my life, so you can't accuse me for being a Republican. I voted Democrat once and I regretted it. I would probably say I'm more a libertarian with conservative views. I have some libertarian and some conservative views. I guess I'm a conservatarian. You like how I did that? A libertarian with conservative views. I'm a conservatarian, I guess you could say. But yeah, Star Wars calling all your fans racist. That's not. And don't start pulling the race card when the acting is terrible. I mean, all due respect, like people that are criticizing the acting of Moses Ingram, I mean, it's valid. It's not that great. It's okay. The storyline is kind of whack right now. The Leia part is, as a little kid, is kind of whack. Obi-Wan Kenobi running is kind of whack. It's kind of whack how the Inquisitors are already beefing as they start out. Like what? It's like it's very confusing. They're all over the place. The acting is not that great. I thought it was going to be good at first when I saw the Inquisitors and the coming off and stuff, but yeah, they deserve all the criticism they're getting. It's not that great of a show. And you got Moses Ingram pulling the race card here. Like, okay, yes, there's racist people in the world, Moses, and yes, they're all over the internet. I get hate all over the internet all the time, man, all the time. You know what I do? Delete it, keep going. I try to delete it, keep going, man. You can't let this stuff get to you, man. You can't let this run your life and whatnot, I mean, do I feel bad people making racist remarks? Yeah, but don't try to use it as an excuse of why the show is getting bad reviews and bad ratings. And then you got people out there saying they got rating bombed on bad ratings. Well, they got evidence that they got rating bombed on good ratings. That means that they use bots. They're using bots for good ratings. So 1,000 people all at once just voted 10s. They all said 10s. 1,000 people all at once, back to back to back to back to back. What's the odds of that? What's the odds of 1,000 people voting on any one movie and all giving 10s back to back to back all at once? All of them giving 10s? Nah, man. That sounds like bots to me. Sounds like somebody manipulating the numbers and faking the numbers to me, So, yeah, I think fans got a right to be upset with Obi-Wan Kenobi being turned into a bitch. I think they got a right to be upset and criticize the fact that the show's called Obi-Wan Kenobi, but apparently it's not about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Apparently, it's about Reva. I mean, it's not called Reva One Kenobi. I mean, yeah. You know, am I gonna watch another episode? Hell no. It's the third one was whack, and you called me a racist. There's that. So, and you don't even know me. Don't even know me. Don't even know me. So, yeah. Well, once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Star Wars is in the shitstorm. Disney too, because Disney's own Star Wars. Amber Heard lawyer, go look in the mirror. Deshaun Watson lawyer definitely fucked up by saying that. And NBA wearing the end of gun violence shirts. Wonder why ratings are down. Once again, you're taking a political stance, and you're taking a fairy tale fantasy land stance. You know, if you're gonna take a stance, take a realistic stance. Take a realistic stance. Something like raise gun registration age or something. Something realistic. Something that won't get us all killed. Steve Kerr in the NBA, because end gun violence is fantasy land, it's fairy tale land. Y'all's idea and solution to end gun violence gets us all killed, robbed, stealed, and killed. It turns us all into victims. 100% of us. We'll all be victims. You won't be able to walk to your mailbox and check your mail if Steve Kerr had it his way with his solution. Steve, how about you stick to playing or stick to coaching basketball? Stick to coaching basketball and leave the real life solutions to real life people who know these things. Because I can tell you, the get rid of guns legally is the worst. The more talk they talk about just taking away more illegal guns is the more it's the worst solution ever. First of all, you can't take away nobody's legal guns until you get rid of all the illegal ones first. I repeat, you can't go after legal guns until you get rid of all the illegal ones first. And if you can't guarantee that you can totally get rid of illegal guns, then who are you to tell me I can't own a gun to defend myself when somebody gonna come rob me at gunpoint? They're not gonna do it with a gun that they registered legally. They're gonna do it with a gun that was registered legally and stolen out of a house or stolen from somebody. You know, you guys, man, Fantasyland, man. All right, once again, I'll thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 154. We're gonna end off with another commercial, and this your boy, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, a.k.a. Triple P, a.k.a. the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, sport events, and more. Please check me out 3 to 4 days a week on my video podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. And check out the audio version on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much more. Peace. See you there. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Paul Pickett Podcast, episode 154, and I'm out.